Hello everyone, I'm Harian. Welcome. Have you ever wondered why some apps feel like magic, why others feel like a maze? The difference isn't usually in the coding skills, but in the process behind design. In this video abstract, we are diving into chapter 6 of Interaction Design Beyond Human-Computer Interaction. We are going to explore how design is not just an artistic flash of inspiration, but a structured plan to solve human problems. First, let's define our terms. Interaction design is distinct from software engineering. While engineering focuses on construction, making the code work, interaction design focuses on the user. It is the plan or scheme conceived to support people in their everyday life. This chapter highlights three crucial characteristics of this process. A laser focus on users, a specific usability goals like efficiency or safety, and most importantly, iteration. You will never get it right the first time. The reading outlines four fundamental activities that form the heartbeat of this process. First, establishing requirement. This is the who and the what. Who are the stakeholders and what are they trying to achieve? Second, designing alternatives. This is the creative spark. We create conceptual models, how the system works, how the system behaves, and physical models, how it looks. The key here is generating alternatives. Don't settle for the first idea. Third, prototyping. This makes idea tangible. It doesn't have to be code. It can be paper, wood, or storyboard. It just needs to be interactive enough to test. Fourth, evaluating. This brings us back to reality. Does the prototype meet the needs we established in step one? So, how do we organize these activities? We use lifecycle models. The chapter credits the traditional waterfall model from software engineering. Is linear and rigid. By the time you realize your requirements were wrong, you have already built the product. Instead, the test champions model like the spiral model, which emphasizes risk analysis, and the star models by His and Hodgson. The star model is radical because it puts evaluation at the center. You can move from any activity to any other as long as you pass through evaluation. This flexibility is essential for good interaction design. Moving to a critical analysis, while the chapter provides a solid foundation, there is a gap between this idealized process and reality. First, the test assumes we can identify the user. In today's global digital ecosystem, users are often anonymous data points. We often identify needs after launch using data analytics, which is a form of evaluation the test implies happens earlier. Secondly, the stakeholder web is messier than described. The text mentions stakeholders, but in practice, business stakeholders often override user needs due to budget or time constraints. The star model is excellent in theory, but in a corporate environment with strict deadlines, true nonlinear flexibility is rare. We often end up with a compressed waterfall disguised as agile. To conclude, this chapter, chapter 6, teaches us that the interaction design is not an event, but a cycle. It is the discipline of managing trade-offs. We identify needs, we build prototypes, and we evaluate them relentlessly. If you take one thing away from this reading, let it be this. Design is interaction. Thank you so much for watching.